guys, happy Halloween. So with the Dhar Mann video that's coming out also today at noon, I'm also going to have this video coming out, now. It's already out, I'm just going to have this video coming out as well just because it is Halloween, so I'm going to have for you 2 Halloween horror stories. So you guys can be nice and scared going out for Halloween today if you're going out. I'm not really doing anything. I'm just going to be with probably my sister and her boyfriend. Just probably go candy or something. I don't know. Make the house look all scary. It's almost 20 minutes long or almost 19 minutes long. I don't know if this is like trick-or-treating or just stuff that happened on Halloween. It is volume 2 and it is an IMR Scary Tales video, which I have not seen IMR in a while, but that's what we're going to be watching today. So, before we get started, if you guys do end up enjoying this video, be sure to give it a like, be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any videos that I do upload in the future. And be sure to comment down below any suggestions you have by IMR, Scary Tales, any other channels, etc. I'll probably get to them at some point, maybe in 2025, I don't know, we'll see what happens, but for now we're going to watch this, so let's go guys. Halloween vacation?
Last year, I went to attend a Halloween party at one of my college friends' farmhouse.
Okay.
My friend Jack asked his parents to let us have their old farmhouse for a night for the party. We were all a bunch of basketball players, hence the party was all about booze and silly jokes.
I thought she said we're all a bunch of bastards. That's what I thought she was going to say.
Jack's father inherited this farmhouse from his father and kept it for weekend getaways.
Are you gonna answer the phone?
I
guess you're driving. A good choice.
We all decided to meet there with our backpacks at 5 p.m. sharp. I have always been a responsible adult, hence my father didn't deny to lend me his car for this one night. We were 6 guys, including me and Jack. We hopped into the car, and Jack sat beside me to help me with the
Did a little sus, especially him. He looks pissed. Like,
town area, we took a dusty
he just kind of looks angry.
The road continued between the forest. When we reached the farmhouse, it was almost 6 p.m. as we stopped near a store to get enough booze and snacks. It was a 2-story wooden house with a lake behind it. The area was secluded. I didn't see a single house throughout the entire journey.
Good, but also kind of sus, especially at nighttime.
We started the preparations for the party. We brought a lot of spooky stuff for decorations. Fake cobwebs, crafted pumpkin face, candlelights, etc.
Makes sense.
Around 6:45, we finished the entire decoration and lit the candlelights and the fireplace. The house was looking dark and perfectly Halloween themed. We decided
so scary,
to
a
keep
bunch
the
of
party
fake bats.
downstairs to make less mess around the house. We put up some rock music and started to drink beer as everyone was cracking boys' jokes.
Boys'
The
jokes?
downstairs area had a broad dining space where we were all partying and a bathroom in the left corner. I noticed a big oil painting above the fireplace.
That's
It
all
was
sus.
a family painting. I could identify Jack's parents. They were standing with an old couple, which I think was Jack's grandparents, and with a woman sitting beside on a chair. She was wearing a silver bracelet on her hand. Her face appeared pale and she seemed sad. It felt like she wasn't interested to pose for the picture, but due to the family's sake, she just sat there. Seeing me looking at the picture, Jack said to me, "This picture was being painted right after my parents got married and came to visit my grandparents." I asked,
Okay.
"Who was that woman in the painting?"
That makes sense.
Jack said, "That is my aunt. She went missing before I was born. My father said that Grandpa was the local sheriff in those days. He searched the entire area many times, but couldn't find her. Local people said that she ran away with her high school boyfriend, but Grandpa kept saying that she's in trouble. My father said Grandpa left this house ever since and never came back. He got a bit hysteric on his last days before death, saying he heard my aunt's voice many times inside this house."
That's creepy.
The atmosphere got a bit eerie as Jack finished his family story. One of our friends came to us and said, "Guys, let's enjoy this party. We have lots of booze to finish before dawn." Eventually, Jack and I joined the party and forgot all about this. Everyone was drinking like a maniac and the music started to get louder. The place was so deserted that we didn't have to worry about complaining neighbors.
That's honestly awesome. You can just blare music, no one cares.
Drunk as hell, and we realized we were out of beers. I told my friends, I am done with drinking for tonight. Also, I didn't want to drive in the morning with a terrible hangover, so I surrendered. But my friends wanted to drink more. Just when I was thinking
how are they gonna get home?
It would be to drive to that faraway store amidst the forest, Jack went upstairs and got an old worn-out key from his father's room. Everyone asked him, what is he doing with an old rusty key? Jack said they had a wine cellar in the basement, and some of his collections can be there still. As I was the sober one in comparison to others, I decided to go down to the cellar to grab a bottle of wine. The basement entrance was at the back of the house. I came outside with a flashlight and started to walk.
Sus.
It was quite chilly, and the moon was showering pale silver light.
Yeah, it's
The
Halloween,
lake
so it's
water
usually chilly on
sparkled in the
Halloween.
moonlight, and slow wind was coming from the lake. It created small waves in the lake water while making a whooshing sound. Crickets were chirping. I could
What is
also
that?
hear the sound of the lake water hitting the wooden deck.
Oh, deck. Okay. I was gonna say, what is that, house?
I flashed the light around me once. It was quite scary to stand there all by myself. I decided to get the bottles fast and go to bed after handing.
Like, why is it a different building? It should be in your
The
basement,
lock
the
on the
cellar.
door looked dusted. The key was not needed, as I noticed the lock was already broken. I pushed the door in, and it made a terrifying creaking sound. A dark stairway lied in front of me.
It's just a door and the stairs right away? That's
I
sus.
saw a couple of wooden shelves down the basement.
Someone can push you in there, lock you in, you're done.
Started to create little creaking sound on the damp wooden stairs. The basement had a stuffy smell which made me realize no one came down here in years. Once I reached the basement,
That you know
I walked
of.
towards the closet wooden shelf. It had a few bottles in it. Other shelves were almost empty.
Like, are they expired? I'm pretty sure it can expire,
And
can't it?
just when I turned to head back, I heard a soft squeaking sound coming behind
No, you heard that.
the wall.
You guys heard that, right?
First, I thought it might be a mouse or some other small animal. I flashed my light onto the wall, and the sound stopped. I ignored it and stepped on the stairs to go up. Just then, I heard that sound again. This time, the sound appeared a bit
Breathing.
louder, and it felt like someone whimpered.
It's breathing like,
Sweat started to appear on my forehead.
bruh, oh my god, I'll
I
probably
was
run or...
alone in an unknown house inside its dark, rusty basement at the Halloween night. Gathering all my courage,
Of course on
I
Halloween.
flashed the light again at the wall, and my heart flunked to my throat. I saw a frail, skinny woman lying on the floor, with her face hidden into her folded, skinny knees.
What?
The woman was wearing a torn-out blue skirt and a pale white top, and something was shining on her wrist.
Isn't that her head right there?
That my torchlight made her wrist shine vividly into my eyes. She was sobbing in a very soft voice. I was scared, almost about to run, but I spoke in my broken voice. Hey, are you alright? For a moment,
No.
I thought it could be some homeless person on Halloween night
Looks like
who
dead.
decided to take shelter here. That also explains the broken lock. The woman started to lift her face up just when I heard my friend Jack's voice coming from outside. Max, why is it taking you so long? Just grab 2 bottles and come on out, man. Hearing his
Yeah, it's
voice,
more
I
than
got my
that.
courage back and I called him saying, I think there's a homeless person down here, Jack. She might be needing our help. Jack came down with 2 of my friends and they flashed their lights all over the basement. Surprisingly, there was no one. The lady was gone. They all made fun of me for hallucinating ghosts after getting drunk on Halloween night. Embarrassed by myself, I also agreed that I might have hallucinated the entire incident and get back
Pretty
to
sure
the
that
house.
was the grandma, the
Lying down
aunt,
in my
the
sleeping
aunt.
bag near the fireplace.
That's what he imagined.
My friends continued to party and drink like before. Just
3
around 3
a.m..
p.m., I woke up to go to the
3
bathroom.
p.m.? You mean
I
3
saw
a.m.?
all my drunk friends lying here and there and sleeping like a rock. Some of the Halloween candles were still burning, but the fireplace ran out of wood. Light and shadow were playing all around.
Why is the pumpkin look burnt?
I heard a knock on the glass window nearby. I turned to look, and what I saw terrified me for life. It was that woman from downstairs.
Oh my
Her
god.
face was in the dark, but I could see her standing outside the
That
window.
honestly looks fucking terrifying. Oh
Weak,
my
frail
god.
hand kept knocking on the glass. Clank, clank, clank. Suddenly, she leaned to the glass, and I saw her horrifying face. Her eyeballs were dripping out of the eye sockets. Her face was so vicious that I could
Stop.
hardly figure out how she looked like. Suddenly, my eyes went to her lean wrist. At that very moment, I identified she was wearing the same bracelet that Jack's aunt wore.
Told ya.
I might have thought she came back after all these years. But
Told
the way
ya.
she looked, I was sure it wasn't a living person. I screamed with the top of my lungs, and all of my friends woke up in horror. I pointed at the window, and we all saw that an evil-looking figure was standing outside our window. Everyone was already drunk enough to panic to the core. The woman started
Oh,
laughing
fuck
hysterically
no.
and gestured us to follow her by moving her hand. We
Yeah,
ran
yeah, I'm
for
gonna
our
follow
lives
you for
and
sure,
got into the
100%.
car. We all left immediately.
Fucking haul ass.
What happened the next day was far more terrifying than this night.
There's more.
Hearing our story, Jack's parents thought his aunt actually came back. They called the cops, and we all got back to the farmhouse the next day. The cops started searching the property. While they were doing so, something reminded me of the basement. I took them to the basement, thinking they might find her there, where I saw her the first time. A cop flashed his torchlight into the left side wall after I pointed out there was something sparkling under the worn-out bricks. The cops tried to pull it out, but seemed like it was stuck into the wall from the inside.
Glass?
The cops then started to kick the wall, and a hollow sound came. It felt like there's an empty space behind the wall. After 4 to 5 kicks, the wall broke down, revealing a secret space stuffed with cobwebs and spiders.
Oh my
What happened
god,
next
she lived in there.
was beyond our imagination. They discovered a skeleton of a woman dressed in a blue skirt, white top, and the sparkling thing was the bracelet on her wrist.
Bracelet.
It was indeed Jack's aunt. Later, we came to know that her boyfriend murdered her. Instead of dumping her body somewhere else, he waited for the family to move out and came back to this house. He broke into the wine cellar and buried her inside the wall.
Oh my
The
god.
cops are still searching for that man. I stopped going out at Halloween nights after this incident, but when I think about that night, a thought revolves in my head. I don't think Jack's aunt wanted to scare me. Rather, I feel she wanted me to help her. That's why she gestured us to follow her. Just how she kept calling for Jack's grandpa, all the time, being buried inside the wall.
Oh my god. Fuck. Can you imagine? Halloween
I'm a doctor
suicide.
by
Oh
profession.
fuck.
Thus, be it holiday or weekday, we are bound to respond when duty calls. I'm a 30-year-old male, working in the emergency ward. Needless to say, the emergency ward is always busy. I have seen enough cases of horrible accidents or suicide, which is why very few things in life can manage to scare me. But
You've
this
already
one incident
experienced all the horror, basically.
still gives me perspiration whenever I think about it. It was the night of Halloween, and when the entire town was busy celebrating, me and my colleagues were busy saving lives, like always. It was around 8 p.m. when a case of suicide attempt got reported in our ward. I was changing the saline of one patient when my teammates came rushing to me, and they said they needed me immediately in the operation theater. Without any delay, I ran to the OT. After reaching there, I came to know from my fellow mates that a woman around the age of 28 to 29 has been admitted by an office building security guard to the
What the
hospital.
fuck happened?
She tried to commit suicide by jumping off from an office roof on the 5th floor.
Oh my
Her
god.
condition was very critical as she had some major head and spinal cord injuries. Her right eye got smashed and severely damaged after hitting the ground. She was bleeding terribly, which was another alarming situation.
Like her eyes are here and it's like the nose is coming out here.
After
What?
2 hours of surgery, we somehow managed to stop her bleeding, but her condition didn't improve. Though doctors never speak of losing hope, but this time, we were not so sure about her chances of surviving this huge accident. I immediately told everyone to inform her family. As per the protocol, we also informed the local police station about this suicide case. I have seen many patients giving up hope, even in curable conditions, but this woman was giving a tough fight. Around 11 p.m., the nurse came and reported that her pulse is performing stable, but due to the huge loss of blood, her blood pressure is very low. I went to change her blood pouches. Her cabin was the last one in the emergency ward corridor. Due to the Halloween night, majority of the workers took off, hence the hospital was really quiet than usual. As I entered her cabin,
I
saw
mean,
her
everyone
lying on
left.
the
You have to
bed,
work.
breathing heavily. The oxygen mask on her face was getting filled with vapor whenever she exhaled. I silently changed her blood bags and checked her heart rate on the monitor. I had no other work in my hand, so I took a sit on the couch in her cabin, just to keep an eye on her. Her blonde hair turned red in some areas because of her severe bleeding from the head. I thought to myself, what could be the possible reason for her to commit suicide? I felt curious that, why wasn't she at a party on Halloween night? Time flew like the wind, and I dozed off on the couch, God knows when. It was around midnight when I woke from my slumber, hearing a sound. As I opened my eyes, I got extremely shocked. The woman was sitting on her bed and looking directly at me. Her face was
Stop.
heavily bandaged on the right side, but her partial face was clearly visible. She was staring at me with her left eye. The oxygen mask was hanging down her chin.
Oh my
I
god.
was highly startled to see such a sight. On such a condition, I couldn't believe how she managed to wake up, even after being heavily sedated. I got my shit together and asked in a low voice, "Do you need anything, ma'am?" She just nodded her head, saying no. Then I again said, "You better sleep now. You need a lot of rest." She then smirked at me and said, "I am getting it already. Can you do me a favor?" Her words made no sense, but just to get her back in bed, I said, "Sure, what is it?" She looked at the door and replied, "When my husband arrives, tell him I saw him, and I will come for him." This time, I got completely sure that she wasn't hallucinating, and all this was just an outcome of her critical condition. I ignored her words and walked towards her bed. She kept staring at me. I went close to her and said, "I will tell your husband. Now, please, go back to sleep." After helping her lie down, I put the oxygen mask back on her mouth. I thought if I stayed too long in her cabin, she might wake up again. So I let her rest and went to my chamber.
Oh my
My
god.
eyes went to the
I
clock.
would have lost my mind.
It was 3:30 a.m.
Well, I would leave at 3 in the morning.
I
That
got a bit
happens? No.
surprised that how come no one came to visit her. But it was already too late. So I decided to
Like,
call her husband.
is he the only one there?
First thing in the morning.
Is he the only one there?
The
Like, I
next
don't.
morning, around 7 a.m., I came out of my chamber to check on her. As I reached her cabin, I found her bed empty. There were even new sheets on her bed. First, I thought she might have been discharged on the request of her family, but that made me really angry. Her condition was really serious, and under no circumstances should she have been discharged. At least not today. I quickly rushed to the control desk.
Like, where is everyone? Why is he acting like he's the only one here?
I went to her and said in an irritated voice, "Who released the woman in cabin 9 without consulting me?" The nurse seemed really surprised as I asked the question. Her expression gestured that I am asking a very stupid question. I got even more irritated and said, "Please tell her husband to get her back here. She needs medical help. Her condition can deteriorate if they keep her." But the nurse didn't let me finish and said, "Don't you know, doctor? I thought someone already told you." I was in total confusion, but it didn't last long.
She died?
The nurse told me that she passed away around 3 a.m. Her husband came and took her body to organize the cremation ritual. It was 4:30 in the morning, and as I worked late, the ward workers thought not to wake me up from my chamber. The ground beneath my feet felt like they were falling apart. I couldn't think, I couldn't speak for at least an hour.
So it's her, like, spirit basically
I walked
waking
to my
up.
reporting head and asked for an offer that day. After I went home, I repeatedly told myself that no, I wasn't dreaming. She spoke to me. I remember each word that came out of her mouth.
It was
But
her
how can
spirit.
she talk to me when she's already dead? A week later, a horrifying news came to our local newspaper. A famous industrialist died by falling off his office roof. His fellow employers said to the police that he was having an affair with his secretary. His wife came to know about it, which is why she tried to commit suicide from the roof of his office building on the night of Halloween. Police
Tell my husband I'm
believe
coming
this
for him,
was
remember?
Suicide, though some people think it was his guilty conscience that drove him to take his own life. The time of his death was pronounced at 3 a.m. As I sat in my living room, staring at the paper,
You got a bunch of ghosts haunting you,
the
man.
woman's words that night made sense to me. When I told her she needs to rest, she replied, "She's getting it already," which indicates she was already dead. A cold sensation rushed down my spine when I thought about the second part of her sentence that, "When my husband arrives, tell him I saw him tonight, and I will come for him." Did a dead person really come back to announce her revenge on a Halloween night? And most of all, did she really get it? I don't know.
Fuck, man. Oh my god. That's so crazy. I don't even know what to say to that one. What? Oh, and now I'm fucking terrified for Halloween now. Fuck. I shouldn't have watched this, man. Oh my god. Like, I don't... What? Okay, so the girl died at 3 in the morning, and that's when he woke up around 3 in the morning, I believe. No, because... No, didn't he say that he woke up at midnight and that the girl was talking to him? Like, she's getting rushed already. I was like, so she's dead already. Fuck. I don't even know what to say to that. So the husband had an affair with his secretary. So she committed suicide because of that. And then she, in a sense, made him die too, even though she's dead already. How did she make him die if she's already dead? What? I don't even know what to say, guys. Like, what do I even say to that? Fuck. I'm trying to think of like a logical explanation, but I can't. Like, she's already dead, but she's talking and saying that she's gonna get the husband back. So now it makes sense. And then in the news, you see the husband died. Fuck. Oh my god. So it's like she was haunting him, and then he killed himself too. That's all I can really think of. What? Because like she's dead. You can't kill him. You're dead. How are you gonna kill him? Boy, I don't know. Well, there you have it, guys. 2 Halloween horror stories animated by Volume 2 by IMR Scary Tales. Fuck. Well, that was something. I'm kind of speechless to that, to be honest. In the first story, what happened in the first story? About the whole beer thing, and then the girl... I can't believe the boyfriend killed her and then stored her in a wall. Like, who the fuck would do that? Who the fuck would kill anybody in the first place? Why'd you kill her in the first place? Like, there's the reason of actually why you're doing it, but then there's actually doing it. Like, I tell my friends I'm gonna kill them all the time. Am I? No, of course not. The fuck? It's like, just saying it's one thing. It's still pretty fucked up to joke about saying you're gonna kill someone because they will die at some point, and it's like, you don't want to joke about death at all. It'll happen someday. And I'm still petrified of the day that I die, because I'm just kind of like, no, I can't die. Please tell me, no, it can't happen. It can't happen. Like, I just get so scared and so nervous about death. Like, it's just so petrifying to me that you can't breathe. Like, you're not going to be breathing at one point. Oh, no, I can't. Like, anytime I get into it, I gotta stop. I gotta stop thinking about it, or else I'm going to panic, and then I'm just going to have a panic attack or something. Like, I'm not going to be breathing one day. I can't. Like, that just makes me want to take a deep breath, because I'm going to be dead someday. Stop it. Okay, I'm good now. Anyways, this is why when I react to horror stories, it's great, because I get freaking scared as shit, so. Yeah, if I can ghosts and all that paranormal stuff, like, I don't believe in that, but I'm not gonna because I feel like someone's gonna, like, fly at me. Anything? No, we're good? Okay, cool. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy that video and my reaction to the video, be sure to give this video a like. Be sure to comment down below what your thoughts are. Have you guys had any crazy situations like this? I really hope not. But have you guys, and if you guys have, let me know in the comments below if you guys feel comfortable. Be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications, because I'm pretty sure just over 80% of you guys are unsubscribed that watch my videos, and it's just depressing. So please don't do this to me, guys. If you guys like me, subscribe to me, because, like, why wouldn't you? With all of that being said, once again, happy Halloween. I hope you guys have fun tonight. Don't have too much fun partying. Be careful, stay safe, and yeah, it sucks that today's a Sunday. Like, Halloween on the Sunday, oh fuck. Halloween on a Saturday is fucking great, because you can get drunk, then it's Sunday, then it's like, yeah, but then it's like Monday, fuck. No one's coming to work Monday morning, guarantee you that part. And I'll see you guys later. Deuces, thanks for watching. Bye.